Marie Callender's meat pies have long held a place in the freezer aisle as the go-to comfort food for busy nights and nostalgic cravings. With golden crusts, creamy fillings, and hearty chunks of meat and vegetables, they seem like a satisfying, wholesome meal in a single tray. But once you look past the flaky pastry and warm branding, a very different picture starts to emerge. One packed with excessive sodium, saturated fat, and highly processed ingredients that may leave your health worse off than before the pie even hits the microwave. One of the most glaring concerns with these meat pies is the sodium content. A single serving, often deceptively labeled, as some people will eat the entire pie without realizing it, can contain upwards of 1,000 milligrams of sodium or more. That's nearly half or more of the recommended daily limit in just one portion. For anyone with high blood pressure, heart concerns, or even a general interest in long-term wellness, these numbers are alarming. And considering that these pies are marketed as comfort food, they're often consumed during stressful times when people are least likely to monitor their intake, compounding the potential harm. The crust, while golden and delicious looking, is often made from refined flours and hydrogenated oils that bring along a heavy dose of saturated fat and empty calories. It adds texture and visual appeal, but nutritionally, it contributes little more than fat and carbs. In fact, the pie crust alone can carry as much saturated fat as some fast food burgers. This kind of fat intake, especially when combined with high sodium, is a problematic duo for cardiovascular health. Then there's the filling. While advertised as hearty and home-style, it often consists of processed meats, thickened sauces, and minimal real vegetables. The meat, whether it's beef or chicken, is typically not of premium quality, usually processed or mechanically separated meat that's been cooked, frozen, and reheated multiple times by the time it hits your plate. The vegetables, when present, are a small fraction of the overall portion and do little to balance out the richness or provide meaningful nutrition. You might see a carrot or two floating in a thick, starchy sauce, but this doesn't come close to the variety and benefit of fresh produce in a home-cooked meal. Additives and preservatives are another layer of concern. To maintain shelf stability, these meat pies rely on flavor enhancers, artificial thickeners, and preservatives that extend their life but do nothing for your health. Ingredients like modified corn starch, monosodium glutamate, MSG, and other chemical agents make their way into the mix, often hidden under vague labels like natural flavors or spice blend. These are not inherently dangerous in small amounts, but when ultra-processed foods like these become a dietary staple, the cumulative effect starts to matter. The convenience factor is real. These pies are easy to prepare, require no cleanup, and feel emotionally satisfying, especially on cold nights or after a long day. But the trade-off is clear. This convenience comes wrapped in layers of highly processed ingredients that can quietly undermine your health over time. What feels like self-care or a well-deserved indulgence might actually be pushing you further from your wellness goals. What makes these products even more tricky is the portion illusion. The calorie count on the box might seem manageable at first glance, but serving sizes can be misleading. One pie may contain 2 servings, but few people actually eat just half. That means all the fat, sodium, and calories you're seeing are often doubled in real-life consumption. This kind of labeling quietly inflates health risks, without most consumers even realizing it. In the end, Marie Callender's meat pies are less about comfort and more about compromise. They offer warmth and familiarity at the cost of high sodium, saturated fat, and minimal real nutrition. While the occasional indulgence won't ruin your health, relying on these meals regularly can slowly chip away at your dietary balance. Real comfort should nourish as well as satisfy, but with meat pies like these, the comfort is fleeting and the long-term cost may be more than just a moment of guilt.